It all comes down to this, folks. Today is the day taxes are due by midnight today. And even if you've snagged some extra time to file with an extension, you'll still need to pay anything that you owe today. Here with everything that you need to know ahead of the tax deadline, we've got Larry Gray, National Government Liaison for the National Association of Tax Professionals. All right, so Larry, this is it for a lot of folks. This is as we've been calling it, the playoff season for the IRS as well here. So first and foremost, there's been a lot of kind of question about how quickly the IRS would be able to move through all of the different tax forms that people are filing here right now. But there's been a lot of billions of dollars, actually. There's been a lot of capital that's been put towards the organization in order to really make sure that they've got enough personnel to do so.
Yes. The $80 billion, they just came out about a week and a half ago with the 10-year plan. And so it's from a 30,000-foot level view. And with that, I think we have to stay tuned and watch the implementation over the next couple of years.
And so what are the expectations as to how it's going to change the tax experience for users?
I think the big thing is they've got 5 objectives, and the first one is customer service. And I think through technology, we're going to see a lot more like the online accounts for the taxpayer be more convenient. I think you're going to see the Tax Pro account be able to assist that taxpayer much better. So I think pre-file and file, there's going to be a lot of benefit. I think there's going to be a lot of questions being able to be asked online. I think that with modernizing the IRS, a lot of their stuff is 50, 60 years old. And as a result, it's going to take a little bit to convert to a common platform. Many states have already done this. I think Minnesota, they went from like 50 programs to one platform, and it really allowed interchange. So I see for the taxpayer here in the near future, they're going to want to get their online taxpayer account, because they're going to start adding all these features. What's my advanced earned income credit? We had that. What did I do last year? W-2s, 1099s being filed. You'll be able to see those online. So I think you're going to see a futuristic in the very near future with this money is like a taxpayer dashboard. So you'll be able to go out and click instead of making a phone call and sorry, wrong line. You got to get another one. So I think in that light, the technology will work, but that'll also free up IRS assistance on the hotline, the online account, to where that more complex returns can be answered.
I like discussing that because, I mean, even as we're here in April, this is perhaps the best time to set up some new kind of standards for yourself and just how you can operate on a day in, day out basis with a mind on the 2024 tax season there. And so when you think about and when you tell some of your own clients about how they can set better practices, what do you advise them and how do you kind of set them on a better cadence to even get ahead of next year's taxes?
I think it's an excellent point. And again, I'm going to go back to this online account, because as they build, like you get a notice, that in the future will be sent to your online account. And if the IRS will push all the data they have to that individual taxpayer account, then I can go and see not only where's my refund, but I can see, during the pandemic, the big thing is where's my return? Where is it in this backlog? And I think with this ability and the funding they're getting, that service could actually be, hey, your return's been e-filed. Here's an error. Can you correct it? It's been processed through, or like you said now, for this spring and summer after the filing season, if there's a notice or something glitched within the processing of my individual return, I'm going to know real time. So, and I realize this is a big stand-up, but I really truly believe by the filing season of 2024, especially the online account, is going to be so beneficial to everybody. It's going to be beneficial to my clients, but also it's going to help me. Instead of getting a notice, my client getting a notice in the mail, coming in and see me, I can actually have my online Tax Pro account and I can see that. So we can take care of issues as it moves through, whether it's the filing stream, the notice stream, even to the examination stream. So I think it's just going to be so much more convenient. You're going to see the number of phone calls to the IRS drop. It takes less staffing. So I just, in our own office for the last 2 filing seasons, we've actually had a computer out front where we've been assisting our clients to get their online account. And I think with this, I can't say it enough, with this $80 billion funding, how important it is for you, the taxpayer. Please get your online account, because you don't have to go through a tax pro, but if the complexity sets up or you need somebody to explain it to, then you can go to your tax pro, who will also have the tax pro account, where they can get a power of attorney and assist you real time, not through all this paper process downstream from filing a return.
Right. And so for Larry, though, for some people who have their back against the wall, the deadline is, hours away, what are the top 3 things they should do? Because some people are like, do I file and risk getting it wrong, or do I just file for the extension? What are the top 3 tips you have for people?
The top 3, number 1 is, if you have question on your return, get an extension and do it right the first time, because if you don't do it right the first time, then we're going to get into that notice chain and delay any refund. So first thing is get an extension and do it right the first time. I think the other thing in doing it right is, I see so many times we get to this, the 23rd hour, and people try to push it, and we get a the information on the taxpayer and dependents. We get a social security number wrong. We get a bank account to put the refund wrong. We get, the dependent. Sometimes it's, the ex-husband one time, ex-wife the next time. So slow down. When in doubt, get an extension. Do it right the first time, and then make sure all your documents are correct. And thirdly, we're coming out of the pandemic, and I'm again with doing it right the first time. And in this case, if I get a 1099-R or a sale of a residence, a 1099-S that I shouldn't have got, be sure it goes on the right form and on the right lines. And if you don't understand that, then you need to get professional help.
All right, Larry Gray, CPA and Government Relations Liaison for the National Association of Tax Professionals. Larry, thanks so much for the last-minute tips here. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.